There we go.
What's up, Graham?
We did it.
You did it, man. Easy.
Where am I? Oh, sorry. The video's not on. There we go. There we go.
How's it going?
We're the Beard Bros, man. Look at this.
Yeah, man, you're going for it, dude. That's a no joke beard.
Dude, and you got the Wings poster too, man. I got the same one up right next to me too as well.
Right on. Right on. That's perfect. How's life?
Everything's good, man. Everything's doing well. I started a new company called Max Conscious.
I love it. Man, what a great name.
It's poetic how it all came together. There's no other way to explain it, but I feel called, like that's my next calling, is to take all this. And it came to me that sales professionals, it's the simplest way to transfer this information because they're facing real results. You know, people need to get numbers. It's just like an athlete. So it just made sense to me in the business world to design something to help people with this. And so we built a company around getting not only great results, but also maximizing fulfillment, you know, maximizing your consciousness. So these two things coming together, it's not one or the other, like I'm broke but fulfilled or rich but a mess, right? It's like, no, we figured out how to kind of do this and we can deliver it to people and really do it simply at scale. You know, we can work with companies, 10, 20, 30,000 people, you know, and reach them. So I'm excited, man. It's what I've been working really hard on, kind of bringing everything I've done under one umbrella. And it's been some great people, man, I'm working with. So here we are.
I love it. Good
so I appreciate that. My intention, my task was to go connect with some folks that in the business world that I've done some coaching with and put together some testimonials, just some video work. I mean, real simple. You know, what was it like being coached by me? What were some of the results you got? And, you know, how long did it take for you to see some of this stuff work? You know, it's kind of what it is. And anything else you want to talk about, man?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm still being coached by you, Graham. I mean, like the things that we went over and the learning that was presented to me and that I was opened up to is the type of thing that it doesn't stop. It's kinetic. It keeps going. And so I reference things that you and I've talked about every day. I reference it with my family. I reference it with the people I work with. I reference it with my clients. And man, I've had some serious success lately that I'm so thrilled to share with you because you know, success in business is about so much more than the dollars and the cents. And it's about the relationships that you build and attracting the clients and the team members who are going to help you experience the world in the way that you want to experience the world. And so with this one client I had recently, great project, man, really, really wonderful clients. And they were trying to figure out, they said, you know, Matt, we want to figure out a way for you and your business, your team, to be more directly bought into this project. We want to create some kind of a financial incentive to where the more successful the project is, the more successful you are. And they were saying, you know, we really want to, if, for example, you're able to deliver a certain scope of work for less than you estimated it, we'd like to share the savings with you. We'd like to give your company 25%, and we'll retain 75%.
Mm.
And, you know, the intention behind that is pretty awesome. You know, that intention is, hey, we're going to move into this with true collaboration and true partnership. And we're going to ask you guys to work really hard on the project's behalf. And we're going to reward you beyond just your typical fee structure. And in recognizing that that spoke to a quality of character in those clients, I also recognized that that created an opportunity. Something was happening inside me saying, hey, Matt, these might be those people that you've been looking for to try to do something even bigger with. And I listened. You may recall you and me walking down the street on 16th in San Francisco, and me telling you, Graham, yeah, man, I do hear a voice inside me, but I hear a lot of voices inside me, man. How am I going to know which voice I need to be listening to? And I don't know if you remember this. I do, clear as day. We stopped in the middle of the sidewalk and you said, hey, Matt, let's agree right now that you stop that you stop telling yourself and telling me that you don't know which voice is the voice, because you know which voice is the voice, Matt. And dude, I was resistant. I was like, man, you're telling me this, but no, I don't. I wouldn't have said what I said if I didn't believe it. But I trusted in it. So how quickly does it happen? That happened in an instant, man. Like, that happened in an instant. That was you and me walking down the sidewalk, you recognizing an opportunity and stopping and making that lesson available. And I took that same thing in the moment with this client and I made that available. I said, you guys already pay us to deliver value to your project. My team's already bought into the absolute success of your project, but I also recognize that you're asking for a closer connection. And what I want to suggest to you is a way far more powerful than sharing 25% of savings with us. What I would like you guys to do is to treat your team incredibly well. I want you guys to come through the project once a week. I want you guys to stop and talk to the people building your home. I want you to ask them questions about what they're doing and show real interest and curiosity in what they're doing on your project all day long. And I want you to say thank you to them. And I said, if you want to go really beyond, if you really want to get next level, because of the types of homes we build and the people who ask us to build them, needing such privacy, I've been doing this over 20 years and I've never been able to bring my family to see anything I've built. If you guys really want to create a team that is 100% bought in and you're on that team, invite the women and men who are building your home to share with their families where they go each day when they're away from them. Give these people who have such pride in the craft that they bring forward the opportunity to share that with their families. And this client said, man, your company is not the least expensive. Your company, and there are other really great builders out there, but from the very first conversation we've had, you have been zero bullshit. You have given us the perspective that what we're undertaking is incredibly challenging. You've shared with us that it's going to be hard and we're all going to make mistakes. And those mistakes are going to have impacts on your project, but that it's all a part of how these homes come together. And the way to get the best home is to create an environment where people aren't afraid to make a mistake because they know they're supported, because we're all doing this together. And Graham, I mean, like that brings it all together right there, man.
My God.
Together.
Thanks for sharing that, man. That really warmed my heart. That's incredible. Great job, man. It's so inspiring to watch you do what you do. Matt, do you mind telling us your name and your business and kind of what you do?
Yeah, of course. My name's Matt Buchholz, and I'm the regional principal for Dowbuilt Incorporated. We're a general contractor who builds phenomenal custom architecture all around the country. And I specifically am responsible for our work from Big Sur, California, up through Napa and Sonoma counties and over to Lake Tahoe. I've got about 50 people on the Northern California team. And I've been taking the things that you and I were working on. I mean, like I said, how quickly does it happen? In a moment. In a moment. You take what you learned and you apply it right away without fear of being a novice in it, because the reality is, well, it may be new to you. The inspiration isn't new. The inspiration isn't a novice. What you've got to get over as a novice is the sense of self, those other voices that I was talking about, the sense of self, the ego kind of creating chatter that's keeping you from listening to the is and grabbing the inspiration and doing what you need to do to support the people.
Man, Matt, incredible, brother. Wow. Thank you for today, man. I couldn't even figure out how to send a Zoom. I didn't even know how to send Zoom over. I was trying all morning, man. I can't figure it out. So thank you for helping out with that and sending the link over. I'm super excited. I'm very grateful that it's had an impact, and to hear the stories you're sharing. Thank you, man. I'm really excited to build this company, Max Conscious, to serve and help, and my work has been translating this to business and making it easy and making it a system that we can easily get to people. And that's what I feel most proud of, is taking these concepts that can be kind of vast, and we just made them super simple. And it really makes me feel good that you're like, I remember that moment. I remember 16th Street. I remember sitting down there. I remember the restaurant we went to. I remember all that vividly. And to know that here we are years later, and to know that had an impact and it can happen instantaneously. That's incredibly powerful. When I got introduced to this stuff too, I felt the same thing. Like in a moment, I was like, oh my God, in a moment, I'm aware. Now I have to go keep practicing this stuff. Like you have to listen to the voice. You can't not listen to it, right? But you were aware that, like, I can't pretend I don't hear it. It's there, and you know which one to listen to. It might be vulnerable to listen to it, but you know to do it.
Yep.
And that's the place to go, know? Amazing, Matt. I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is phenomenal. I'm just kind of putting together, I'm getting like 10 testimonials from folks, man. So I really appreciate that. Do you mind sending me the link to this video? Is that possible?
Totally. And look, man, with everything you're doing, man, Max Conscious, whatever it is, know that I'm only a text or a phone call away. You've got my support for life, Grant. You've got my support for life. So if you need me to come into a studio and sit down and do something that isn't on Zoom, you want to take this further, like, please never feel like you're asking too much.
Wow, thank you.
Just trust that our connection is what it is, and that you can ask me for anything you need anytime you need it.
I'm so grateful for that. And I remember you called me. It's probably about 14 months ago. I was deep in it. I mean, who wasn't in it the last couple of years? We've all gone through all of our stuff. And you called and you said, Graham, I'd been thinking about you, and the analogy you had was spot on. You imagined me like a bear strung up in a tree, and everything was on fire, and I was just still holding on. And I remember when you called, I was holding on for dear life, and I was suffering greatly. And it was an energetic thing. And I remember when you called, it was like you could see it so obviously, and it really helped me. And I've done some great therapy the last year. I've done some great work to really keep working on expanding and letting that stuff go. So I really value what we have, and just grateful for the honesty, and thank you for the support. And just Thanks, Matt, man. Appreciate it, dog.
Thank you. Great seeing you.
Okay, brother. Well, if you don't mind, yeah, just send me that link and I'll appreciate it, man. I appreciate it a lot.
I will. All right, Graham. Take
Okay.
care.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
See ya.